Hello, everyone, and welcome to our MLS Experience. This is our MLS State of the Union. We will be getting started in about 4 minutes. If you are already online, go ahead and let me know that you can hear me, please, by just saying yes. Put a 1 in the comments. That would be awesome. All right. Thank you, Ungated Queen. I appreciate that. So now that I know everyone can hear me, I'm going to go ahead and play our video intro, and we'll be back in about 4 minutes. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another MLS Experience. You have the ability to experience MLS through our members, our weekly live events, and our social media sites. This is our MLS State of the Union. We have this event every Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, this event is where we spend time collaborating with our members and our guests. We share corporate updates, recognition, and there's always some golden nuggets being shared from our founder and visionary, Mr. Darry Perkinson, or one of our leaders.
Disclaimer. We are not licensed financial advisors. This information is for educational purposes only.
We do, but we don't see anything.
Anything heard on this broadcast is not intended to be a substitute for you obtaining accounting, tax, and financial advice from a licensed professional. Beware of scammers. We will never comment, inbox, or email you requesting you to send Bitcoin to receive Bitcoin, or any coin for that matter.
Now, if you are live on our Facebook page or on our YouTube page, do me a favor. In the comments, go ahead and say hello. Tell us where you're tuning in from, your city, your state, even your country. We have members and guests all over the world. If you are a guest, let us know who invited you. You know, how did you get the invitation? Who texted you? Where did you see it? Was it posted on someone's Facebook wall or on their YouTube channel? Go ahead and say who invited you, okay? And then, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this broadcast on replay or repeat, let us know that too in the comments as well. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't keep this information secret. Please share. And once again, thank you for joining our broadcast. Enjoy our MLS song, and we will be back in about 2 minutes.
Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business. Ask MLS system how to get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Here to raise our financial wisdom.
I can see it, Wallstreet.
Spreading like a wildfire all over the world. Don't get left out, learn what it's all about. From just pennies to thousands of dollars, Bitcoin grew. A worldwide currency, only a few knew well. MLS system is making it happen. Open your account and get tapped in. Digital currency is an emerging technology, a way to up your financial psychology. It's money you can spend. Let it grow exponentially before you dip in. It's called cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business. Just make sure you get in on this. Sending money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Here to raise our financial wisdom. Countries around the world are jumping in, creating ways to ride the trend. Businesses lining up to accept Bitcoin. Soon
every store. We'll join. Call MLS System to get your coins. Get in the mix, learn the tricks. Bitcoins are facing a $20 to 1. Call MLS System to have some fun.
Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business.
All right. So let's see here. So earlier, guys, I think Wallstreet couldn't see me, it couldn't hear me. So I made some changes, and actually it was fine for you guys. So Wallstreet, can you hear me now?
I got you. I see you and I hear you. Yes, we good.
Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. So the echo should be fine now, guys. Can y'all let me know, please? Okay, thank you, Naima. Thank you. All right, guys. Hey, technology, sometimes it happens, right? You can't be live every single week and never run into anything. So I appreciate our family. We appreciate appreciate your loyalty. We appreciate you being here with us every week. Hello, guys. Hello. I hope y'all had a great weekend. Happy Juneteenth to everyone. All right. So my name is Pamela Jesse. I'm the Director of Operations, and I have the pleasure of hosting our State of the Unions, right? And before we move forward with what MLS is, and if you're a guest tonight, why you're even here, somebody may have, invited you on. I just want to go over a few, updates or reminders for our team. Just a few reminders. What we normally do here is okay, so now I got somebody saying they can't hear me. Y'all confusing me now. If most people can hear me and one person can't, then it may be on your end. Janice King, you said no echo. Darlene, you say we're good now. Okay, that's good. Tampa Barbecue, you're saying you can't hear me. Okay, thank you, Naima. So, yeah, Tampa Barbecue, you might need to check your settings, okay? I definitely want to. Okay, thank you, dear. Appreciate it. All right, so let's go back. Just want to go over a few reminders, okay? Not many huge updates, but just a couple reminders. So you guys know we are relaunching MLS. It will be our MLS Bitcoin Club 2.0. And we will officially have our launch party, a virtual launch party on July the 10th. That is on a Saturday. Okay. And then on July the 12th is when the doors will reopen, right? You will experience, guys, a new back office, new website, new structure, our own community. What I mean by that, it will be our own community. We will be able to chat, create groups, and just do all of that within our platform. And for those of us that don't do Facebook, don't do YouTube, that's cool. You will be able to collaborate within our community, which will be a private community, okay? And nobody will be allowed in unless they are a member of MLS, okay? So I'm so excited, guys, for what's in store for you, our products that are coming, the features. I can't wait for you guys to be able to experience it. So in reference to experiencing it, remember our top 10 members don't have to be leaders. You don't have to have so many people on your team. It's going to be based on activity and just different things, okay? So we will choose those top 10 members that will be able to log in early and help us, really pushing the system and beta testing it. Okay. So we've already talked about the credit beta program. That beta program is full. Okay. Keep in mind, guys, that we do still have our do-it-yourself credit repair program. I mean, in all honesty, when you sign up for that particular course, that's what you're paying for. Wallstreet has a wealth of videos and information that walks you through how to fix your credit on your own. Okay. But then there's those of us that are extremely busy or just don't want to do it or don't have time to do it or don't have an interest in doing it, and you want to pay someone. So that is a beta program that we are working on right now. Laws are changing so much, guys, and that's what is really affecting what's going on right now with that program. Even when we opened it up for the beta testers, we could not accept people in certain states. And, just be careful with who you are working with, because they're in certain states that you are actually not allowed to pay someone, or shall I say, charge someone, right, to do it for you. It is no longer allowed in Georgia. I don't know all the states. It is posted in the group, but just be careful with who you're dealing with, because you don't want to be working with someone and then they all of a sudden get shut down because they shouldn't have been working with you in the first place, right? So that is it for now. I did want to just remind everyone that when you are submitting support tickets, okay, support tickets, it is to be done through your support portal, and you are not supposed to be submitting it through writing an email. Okay, you need to submit that ticket through the support portal. All right, that will help us with all the information necessary to take care of whatever issue you're dealing with. I've found that we're having, a couple people here and there, now that they're finding out, we're relaunching or what have you, and now want to write in and ask for credit. Okay, guys, we don't give you credit because you didn't use the 6 months you paid for. It doesn't work that way. If you paid in July for 6 months, then it's going to cover you till December. Okay. If you didn't work your business, we don't go back and credit you 6 months from today. It just doesn't work that way. Just think about it. If you have cable, I have cable with AT&T, used to have Xfinity. And if I say I'm not watching my TV for 6 months, they don't credit me when I come back 6 months from now and say, hey, I didn't watch it for 6 months. Can you give me credit for that? It doesn't work that way. So please be fair to the company. If you don't work your business, then you don't work your business. Okay. If you want to come back and reactivate, you're more than welcome to do so. If you are part of MLS and you are inactive, then you need to reactivate for the year. Okay, so we just want to touch on those things. Please make sure that you are being compliant. All videos that are old, have old comp plans, old rotating hands, presentations where rotating hands and MLS is together, all of those need to come down. Okay, they got to come down. We've been saying this for weeks now, so please go ahead and adhere to that. There are a lot of you that are doing it. We appreciate you, and we love that. We want a compliant environment. Okay, just like we're working hard to present you guys with a compliant company, we need you guys to do the same in order to keep us up and running. Okay, so that's it from me for just the reminders. Now, before I introduce our founder and visionary, we might have some guests here that is saying, well, what is MLS? What do you guys do? What is it all about? Well, MLS stands for Massive Leverage System, okay? And our tagline is breaking the chains of financial scarcity, okay? That's our tagline. We are a membership club. We've been around since 2014. We are a global company. We have people in several other countries, okay? Our corporate office is located in the Atlanta metro area. Our mission is to create a self-managed system for members to accumulate free Bitcoin, soon to be free crypto, while growing your financial knowledge to elevate you and your family to a better lifestyle. Okay? So let that sink in, guys, because our mission is your mission, right? That's also your mission. This is why you're part of the club, because you want to better your lifestyle or share it with someone to better theirs. All right. This club was built on 5 pillars of wealth: creating cash flow, acquiring precious metals, including Bitcoin, infinite banking, learning to trade, and acquiring real estate. Okay. Those are the 5 principles we were built upon. And in order to accomplish that, we offer you what's called our MLS University. All right. So our MLS University is comprised of 10 courses. All right. 10 courses. The first one is called our starter, and that is Crypto 101 and 102. Right. And all of these courses, guys, include live ongoing training. Okay. Live ongoing training. As a matter of fact, he trains us every week live for free, right? For a lot of people, that you get a feel for what we're all about by attending our Facebook or YouTube lives. Level 1 is extreme credit. It is focused on personal credit. Level 2 is intro to business. Level 3 is business credit. Level 4 is solo 401k. Level 5 is ALOCs and HELOCs. That stands for your advanced lines of credit. Okay. Introduction to trading is level 6. And then we also have a trading academy. Level 7 is infinite banking. Level 8 is offshore. And level 9 is venture capitalist. Guys, when you get there, we're making some big money there, right? And this is where we actually work together and possibly purchase some apartment complexes or a mall or some angel investing. All right. So I just wanted to give you just a quick insight on what MLS is all about if you are a guest. And even if you are a member, sometimes members just don't even know how to explain their own business, right? Well, just telling someone that you're part of a membership club, you offer financial education. There are 10 levels of education, and we help people change their lives. When you share that, you're rewarded with free crypto. That's your 30-second elevator speech right there. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead now. The guy that created this program, guys, his name is Darry Perkinson. He is our founder and visionary. We call him Wallstreet. He is a computer programmer. He is a master trader. If you don't know what that means, it means that he is able to trade on several different platforms within the trading industry. Okay. He is a retired master sergeant. He served 20 years in our United States Army, and we thank him for that. But he grew up, guys, on welfare. He grew up in Newark, New Jersey, and he'll tell you it was rough. But I tell you what, he didn't stay there. He didn't use it as an excuse. He went from welfare to millionaire. Okay. So he came back to get us. He shares his training, his knowledge, his information with us on a weekly basis. We know who our owner is. There is no hiding behind, another country or who owns the business. We know who it is, right? And he has this quote that we all love, and that is, if you walk with me, I will make you a millionaire. Okay. And that's walk with him, guys. Not jump ahead, not detour off to the side. Walk with him. And all he asks is that we pay him dividends. And what are the dividends? Share it with others. Use it, right? We are here every week and we're learning some phenomenal information, but are you using it? Right? So I'm going to go ahead and shut up Wallstreet and turn it over to you, sir. You have the floor.
All right. Appreciate you. Thank you very much, Pam. Appreciate everything you're doing with making things happen, changing lives every single day. Today, my topic is going to be in the crypto space because we got to see what's happening. And I really want you guys to understand what's really going on in this crypto space. Because a lot of people say, well, why Bitcoin going up? Right? Bitcoin's doing this. Bitcoin's going up. Why did it go down? Why is it going up now? How far more do we have to go? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my screen with you. Okay. And you're going to learn. Now, if you're in the Trading Academy, this is very helpful what I'm sharing with you. If you are in the Trade Academy, if you are a trader or a person that's wished they was trading, our Trade Academy, you can join the Trading Academy anytime you get ready. It's $5,000, $2,500 to get started, and then you got to pay within 3 months. You finish paying the other $2,500. But that's what it is to get started within our Trade Academy. Okay, you could do that with Bitcoin or whatever, cash. You could do that with Zelle. You could do that with any kind of way you want to. All right, so you don't have to use Bitcoin to join the Bitcoin Trade Academy. So here's the deal. Let me explain to you the power of the Bitcoin, what Bitcoin is doing. Now, I'm going to talk about other coins as well. These are called tokens. The other coins are called tokens. Those are tokens. But they call altcoins. They call them alternative coins. Anything that is not Bitcoin is really called an alternative coin, an altcoin, a token, another token with another thing, to include Ethereum, to include Bitcoin Cash, to include Bitcoin, whatever the name is, Bitcoin Gold, right? They got a whole lot of different Bitcoins now. Okay, so what's going on right now, and are we out of the push downward? The answer to that is not determined yet. It's not determined yet. Okay, now let me explain to you why I'm saying what I'm saying. So first of all, we found a baseline. Both of these charts are the same chart, the exact same time frame, which is a daily chart. Okay, I'm looking at it on a daily chart. Okay, and I'm showing you a little bit tighter view on the left, and I'm showing you a more expanded view on the right. They're the same chart. Okay, same chart. All right. Now, what the deal is, we had a nice push since March of last year, March of 2020. That was a low print of $3,500, and it came all the way up, just kept rocking and rocking all the way up until we got there sometime in April of this year. And then around May, exactly the 6th of May, we had a previous attempt to go back to a new high. We failed to do that. Okay, we failed to go to that new high. I'm doing a call. So we failed to get to the brand new high. Now the thing is, that was a point to take a little bit off or change, whatever. That was your point to do it. But as it came down, this whole stretch, the goal was to get to these double green lines right here and hold, but it did not do it. It came through it. In other words, what happened was it was a major push and it caused so much pain. And when I say pain, what do I mean by pain in the markets? What I'm talking about when I say pain is that if you were leveraged out, in other words, if you had trading, if you was only trading in one direction, if you had DeFi going and you didn't pull your money off, then you experienced a 64,000 to 30,000. That was a 56 or 58% drop. Literally it killed 50% of your wealth. Okay. If you hodled, if you were a hodler, then you had this major pullback. What you had on this day, let's say you was worth 300,000. Well, on that day, when it got down here to 20 May, you was only worth 150,000. If you had $1 million, you only worth 500,000. If you had 2 million, you only got 1 million. You catching the drift? You feeling? You understand what I'm saying? So you lost 50. Well, let's rephrase that. You did not lose it. If you maintain it, you did not lose. If you sold it, then you lost. But if you just held on, right, as a hodler, you hold on. You really don't care about the downs and the ups and downs and all that good stuff, right? All right. Now let's go to the chart on the right. The chart on the right is talking about the push down, back up, back down, back up, back down. This is what they call consolidation. This is a time that you as an individual can go in and buy in this zone right here. I'm going to put my zone on it. Okay. You can buy and sell. Go back and do that again. All this, the buys was down there. The sales was going up toward that green line. You buy in down here and you go ahead and sell up here. If you were trading in that direction, if you were trading it, there's not, when I speak about trading, everybody's not a trader. So don't think I'm saying to you, you got to become a trader to make money, because you don't. All you had to do was hold on or know when to buy. And as I told you before, these are places that you can buy. I'm not recommending any stocks. I'm just telling you what is available out there, what you can do, and it's a good time to buy. Now, the cool thing is when you look at this, that was the low print right there. This big old candlestick was the low print. And from that, it came back up, went back to the green line, then it came back down. And it made you worry about what's going up, what's going down, what's going up, what's going down, right? You worried about that. And so you're like, what's going on? Why it's not going up? Why it's keep going back down? So you just it's causing that human emotion. That human emotion is going through something. Okay. Can you put your phone on mute for me? The human emotion is what's going on right here. That human emotion. So now we back at the green line. Are we out of the woods? The answer is not yet. Here's the reason why. Because this is at a critical point, even though it's back at 40,000, the high print last maybe $4,100, getting close to 42. But the thing, I mean, I'm not sorry, 4,100, 41,000, $41,000, right? And so the thing is, it's got to make a decision. Either we're going to go back and retest this imaginary trend line, or we're going to break through this imaginary trend line, go back and retest the low print. That's one scenario, right? Well, that's two scenarios. One is to go and retest the trend line and hold it, because that's the key. We got to hold this trend line. And if we do, and it starts to go back up, then we're going to break through this little area up here. We're going to break through it. Okay. This area is called, this is what they call imaginary pivots. This is imaginary, this right here, this little area right here. Let me get my thing. This area right here is a critical point. This is very critical. This is where everybody's looking to sell right there. You got it? They've seen, okay, well, I'm gonna let it go up a little bit more, then I'm gonna sell some more. Or if it breaks through this little area, then we're free to start moving up higher. But there's a lot of resistance going to be right here. You're going to see it. It's going to play around, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. It's going to try to break through. The bulls are stepping in. The bulls. The sellers are trying to keep pushing down. Who are those sellers? They could be whales. Don't know. Doesn't matter. They exist. The bulls are the people that's looking for it to go back up. We're looking to push it, looking to put more money into it. The news is out that, Elon Musk says, okay, we're ready to buy again. He's ready to go back in. I wish he just shut the hell up. I wish he just don't make any comments. I wish he just stays away and don't make any comments about Bitcoin. Dogecoin, go ahead. When you talk about Bitcoin and all that stuff, it's because it doesn't make any sense. When people talk about energy, the Bitcoin energy is less than 0.1% of what we use around the world. It's less than 0.1%. They burn more energy on the US dollar than they do with Bitcoin. Did you catch that? They burn more energy with the US dollar than they do with Bitcoin, except Bitcoin became the news. And so all these people are talking about is what they call FUD, right? They are using FUD, right? It's unreal, undocumented, false information, and people are responding to it because they are weak holders. They're not strong holders in the crypto space. People want to get rich overnight, which is very possible, but they don't understand the game that the FUD is real because it comes from people of influence. And so people respond to that, and you have to respond to it because of the numbers when it comes to price. Price is the real key, right? So when you look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin went down to 30,000. It was a good time to start stepping in a little bit, buy a little something, right? Now it's at 40,000. That's a $10,000 move. Yep, that was a good thing. Could it come back down and retest 30? It could. Could it still go back down and test 20? It could. We hope it doesn't, but we got to get through this certain section right there. We got to get through that section. That section is $44,000. We got to get through that $44,000 level and start pushing up. And once we do that, then we're going right back to the high print, and then we're going to bust right through the high print, and we're going to go straight to 80 to 90,000, right? That is the possibility of what can happen. Now, as I told you before, when it's at 13,000, 12,000, 13,000, I said, guys, it's about to push. The question is, how much of it are you going to have? Let's say it does go to 20,000. This is from before, I'm not talking about right now. It was at 12, 13,000. I said, before, what are you going to do when it starts to break 20? Because we knew it was going up past 20. I knew it was going up past 20, not we, because there was no we, it was me, my own conviction, right? So anyway, it did do that. And again, how much of it did you have? Now, what's the opportunity right now? What is the opportunity that's in your face right now, and why you should be benefiting from this opportunity? Number one, you should be talking to people and inviting folks to join us right now before the relaunch of MLS. They should be coming in now. They should be ready to get in now because you still get free Bitcoin. See, when Bitcoin is low, it is the perfect time for you to make Bitcoin because it's a little bit cheaper to get started. But right now, it doesn't matter because we changed our system to that it's only $399 to get started with our club. That includes level one, that includes starter level. I'm sorry, starter level and the fee to get started, right? So the difference is, but as you're getting free Bitcoin, it's coming directly into your wallet. This is the key, because now Bitcoin starts to go up, even though you got it free. Let's just say you had $250, $500, $1,000. By the time it gets to 64,000 again, Europe, maybe what? Another 12, 15,000. You see, this is what I'm saying to you guys. It's the perfect time is to have conversations to wealth. Okay. Now let's get to the next step in this maze that we're in. So we understand the scenarios here, right? It's got to get through this certain area. We got to get to 44,000. We got to break through that level of 44,000. If not, it's going to come back down and retest this little trend line. It's around 37,000. It could go back down and retest 30, and then it could come all the way back down to 20. That's just scenarios. We don't understand which way it's going because we at a critical point right here. This is the critical point on what we got to break through. There are people on the internet that's saying, "Oh, we in an uptrend now." No, you're not. You're still consolidating. This is called consolidation. Those people are uneducated in marketing in the marketplace. They don't understand trading. And I'm telling you that this is consolidation. Still, it's consolidation, right? And I'm teaching you from a professional standpoint, not from a person that's out there on the internet just saying anything and everything. Yeah, when the market is going up, everybody's a damn genius. But when the market is going down, they don't understand what's at play and how do you start legging in to start benefiting. And I'm teaching you how to leg in to this. Now let's talk about these altcoins. So here we are. Bitcoin is trying to go up, but the altcoins aren't moving. They're not moving right now. Why is that? What's going on? How is Bitcoin went from 30,000, 34,000, but the altcoins are still not moving? Here's the reason why. Let's go to Bitcoin dominance. So let's look at this chart. Okay, I'm gonna look at this chart over here as well. So this is the major view. On the left, it's the same chart. Remember, I'm zooming in on this last little section, but look at it from up here. The dominance when Bitcoin was tracking was all the way up to 75 points. 75 points up here, okay? 75. And it went all the way down to 40, and the coins were taken off. They were taken off. Now, right in this last stage, as the dominance went higher off the low print of 40 and went higher, what happened was Bitcoin started to come down. So I'm gonna go back to Bitcoin again. Okay, on this chart, Bitcoin started to go down. So this went up. This dominance went up. Bitcoin went down. Now you see Bitcoin going. This dominance is going back up. The chart on the right, dominance is going up, but this time Bitcoin is going up with it. But what's happening with the altcoins? The altcoins aren't moving. If the dominance breaks back down, goes back from 45 down to 40, down to 35, down to 38, and Bitcoin is rocking its way up, then the altcoins are going to take off. But you don't have that scenario right now. What you have right now is Bitcoin is going up and dominance going up. And what that means is people are coming back into Bitcoin and they moving money away from the altcoins. So the altcoins are going down. They're losing down, right? They're going down. They're getting weaker and weaker. What we need to see happen is the dominance gets lower and Bitcoin starts to shoot up. And when it does, then all these altcoins are going to start rocking up with it. But it may be a while, because if the Bitcoin starts to track and starts to really take off, the money is going to come out of the altcoins and they're going to go into Bitcoin for a moment. And Bitcoin is going to track to 60,000, 70,000, 80,000, 100,000. And your fortune is not going to be in the altcoins. You have to be in Bitcoin. You have to be in Ethereum. You hear me? I'm hoping you listening. to what I'm saying. If the dominance is going up, let's say it gets all the way back to 54, and Bitcoin starts to break 60, 65, 70, the altcoins are going to stay where they are or get weaker. Then when the dominance starts to come back down again, that's when money go back into those altcoins and start pushing up. Are you catching my drift? As money is coming out of Bitcoin, it's going to go into the altcoins. But as Bitcoin is low and people are trying to get back into the Bitcoin, then they are going to take the money from these other coins and they're going to push it into the Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is going to take off. You got it? Until it settles down, and then they'll go back and rotate. This is all about rotation of money. The rotation from Bitcoin into the altcoins. And yes, it's going to be some altcoins going to rock with it. But as you see over here in this chart, most of those altcoins are red. Even though Bitcoin is up to 40, these coins are not moving. Look at the low prints. Let's go look at this chart over here. I'm going to click on these charts. Okay. I'm going to click on each one of these. Look how it's not, look how they still not moving. They're not really jumping back up, right? That is all the hype is talking about ADA, which is what they call oh, I forgot the name. Oh my God, what is this? Cardano. So digger Cardano, right? Look, still ain't go nowhere, right? Here is Bitcoin Cash. It was high as 1,600, and now it's down to 634. It lost $1,000 on the push down. But Bitcoin is going up. Bitcoin is at 60. I'm sorry, Bitcoin is at 40,000 right now. Trying to go to 40,100. Trying to go to 41,000, right? Trying to hold. But look at these coins. These coins are not moving. They're not going up. That's BNB. That's called Binance, right? Binance is not jumping through, not jumping up, right? BTT, Burger, right? Sell tokens back down below $7, right? Cody, Atom, that's Cosmos, right? Dent, Dogecoin, 32 cents now. Was way up here at 75. Now it's at 32, and it's not going up. Because what? What did I just explain? What I just explained was Bitcoin is going up, but also dominance is going up. Dominance is climbing. For these altcoins to work, dominance has to go down. Dominance has to go down, and money's going to move from Bitcoin into these other coins. But people are starting to jump back into Bitcoin, and so the money is coming out of the altcoins, driving into Bitcoin, and Bitcoin starts making the new highs. So, is it a loss for you? The answer is no. Eventually, Bitcoin will settle down for a little bit. Once it settles, dominance will come back down. Bitcoin will climb up a little bit. And at the same time, those altcoins will start to generate gains. Okay? It's just going to take a minute. It's going to take a little bit. All right? Hopefully everybody's with me, right? This is real talk. This is professional, right? I'm professional trading. I'm teaching you what's happening. You got to see what's happening, right? I know you guys are, you've been a little bit around everywhere and you learning different techniques from different people. I'm giving you what's happening from the charts. I don't care about what this person said, because you got a lot of talking heads on there's so many talking heads on YouTube. People have no experience. Oh, Bitcoin's going to jump $100,000 by June, right? They saying it right now. It's going to go to $100,000 in the month of June. I don't think it's going to happen. My conviction doesn't tell me that. Is it possible? It could, but right now, what I'm seeing, the answer is no. We gotta get through this critical space. Can it make $60,000 in 20, 30 days? The average move in Bitcoin right now is between $5,000 and $7,000 a day. So it could do it. It's a possibility. It could. All right. But that means a lot of money is leaving out of these other coins, and they driving themselves right back in to Bitcoin. So when people say, you know, I don't care about Bitcoin, yeah, you do. You do care about Bitcoin, because every coin you're talking about, it's still related to Bitcoin. Every single coin, all of them, every single token that's out there is measured in Bitcoin, right? It's the real worth of it is Bitcoin. When you think of it in fiat money, in other words, the dollars and coins and cents and pennies, when you think about that, yeah, it don't make the sense. But when you start converting your mind into Bitcoin, everything is Bitcoin value. So let me give you an example. I used to talk about this all the time. I used to say, hey guys, I said, when you really get what we teaching you inside of MLS Bitcoin Club, your lifestyle becomes free. And you still didn't get it. I said your lifestyle gets free. It becomes free because you're getting Bitcoin for free. So that means when you go buy your house, if you think of it in dollars, it's volatile, right? And you think of, I'm gonna get this house. This house costs $300,000, $200,000. And if you're working for the fiat money, then it's very expensive. But when you think of it in Bitcoin, when you think of the money you're making in Bitcoin, and when you go pay for the house is cheaper. The house is, you might get it for free. You might get to the point where Bitcoin is worth, you know, they just had a Bitcoin conference in Miami, right? They have Lamborghini Row. So what do you mean? There are people that go to these conferences and is lined up for a mile with Lamborghinis. Some of them are rented, but a lot of them are paid for because they got in Bitcoin, and everything, when they got into Bitcoin, everything is free. When you bought a house, you buying a cars, you buying, you know, we talked about this in some of the club members. Some of the club members bought cars, right? They bought their, you know, the first time they bought a brand new car, that they paid for it in cash because of Bitcoin. It's free. Bitcoin makes everything cheaper. Everything around you, gas is going sky high. Gas could be $5 a gallon. For the people that's in crypto, it's still like a penny. It's like, oh, I just spent 15 cents on filling up my tank. He says, what do you mean? Because when you're in the Bitcoin space, you are in a deflationary instrument. Bitcoin is beating inflation 200 times. When you're dealing with the dollar's being dwindled down to nothing. Everything gets more expensive when you deal with the dollar. When you're working hours is paid in dollars. When everything you're doing in dollars is costing you more and more of your time. There was a talk you probably need to listen to with Michael Saylor. I forgot the other gentleman's name. And he was talking about that in time. When the Fed chairman, Jerome Powell, when he can just see what's happening in the United States, and he can press one button, and throw that much money into our government, into the UDP, he can throw it all in there. Just throw a whole day's worth of wages of all the Americans that's working hard, and just filled it up, the coffers, with all that money, inflation, and made the dollar go less than what it was. So now you're working longer and harder for the same money, but the money is worth less. So think about that. Your money is worth less. Every day you go to work, every day that money's worth less. Every day you're working hard, it's worth less. It's worth less. It's worth less every day. Every day we're losing between 2 and 15%. I'm sorry, 2% to 4% every day. But over the year, you're losing about 12 to 15% every year. And they say it's no inflation. They keep saying that the inflation rate is only 4%. It's impossible because what's happening is the dollar's being reprinted, thrown into the mix, right? They threw another 2-point-something trillion dollars into the marketplace. And here's another one coming. And there's no way to stop it. How do you stop inflation? The politicians are trying to figure it out. They're saying, hey, well, people got to get back to work, but they keep pushing money into the system. And that means your time that you're spending to work for somebody, to work for the wages is becoming less and less. But if you're in the crypto space, now you're reversing that action, and now you're living in a deflationary system. So now as Bitcoin rises, and it will go back up to 60, 70, 80, 90, it will get to 100,000. It will break 100,000. It will get to 200, 300, 400, $500,000 a coin. It will get there because there is no better alternative in our system that we have right now when it comes to the fiat money. There's no better system. You can't, there's nothing there. So, and it's not just the United States, it's also part of all these other countries, right? Some countries right now will not take American dollars, like no dollar. I remember this when I was in Germany, when I used to live in Germany, when I was a brand new private, my first duty station was to live in Germany. I was stationed in Germany. It was 3 marks, Deutschmarks to $1. We was doing great, right? Now, years later, when I went back to Germany, right, they went to a euro system. It took $1.37 at that time to get €1. Now, my money, I'm broke in Germany. Like, this is crazy. I used to be rich in Germany. Now I'm broke in Germany. So now when you think about the Germans don't want the American dollar. Like, we don't, no more, no dollar, euro, go get euro. No more dollar, no dollar. That's just one country. And when you think about other countries that's looking at us in the dollars, some countries want the dollars, like, of course, the third world countries, they want the dollars, right? El Salvador said, you know, what they came out with, you know, recently, if you guys heard the news, they're saying our country is going to Bitcoin. They had their own money. It went to zero. And so now the United States, they start using the United States dollar. But when they send money to the United States, or from here to El Salvador, they paying this thing called remittance, which is taking a lot of their money, right? So the government said, the president says, no, we can't do this. There's no way our country is going to survive of what they're doing to the dollar, and we need a better plan. And that plan that they see, the president says, listen, this is what we need to do. Here's the bill. We want to be in Bitcoin. And so now that country is the first country to go into the Bitcoin space. Miami, Florida is the first city that's going to Bitcoin. Of course, everybody won't be there at the same time, but coming from the mayor of the city, he's saying we are going to Bitcoin. We're going to start paying our employees part of their salary in Bitcoin. The merchants, we're going to encourage them to be using Bitcoin. It's going to be a Bitcoin city. So Bitcoin is going to be the place that people are going to move to. Now, let's talk about this last part, and I'm gonna be done with it. Let's talk about altcoins. So the stable coins, let's rephrase that. Not alt, but stable coins, which is an altcoin as well, but we're going to talk about those coins. United States, well, let's put it this way, because I can't say United States. Let's just say USD, the letter T, Tether. USDT is called Tether. So that one coin is tied to the fiat money, tied to $1, 1 for 1. USDC is tied 1 for 1. So what was the main lesson that was taught in this last pullback? The pullback that we're on right now when it comes to Bitcoin. What is the lesson? Here's the lesson. I experienced this myself. So my system, I'm in Bitcoin, and I gave Bitcoin to these companies called Celsius and Nexo. Great companies, they doing their thing, but I got caught in this pullback, right? So my fortune was diminished to a point. It's not gone, but it's diminished to a point, but I did not move, I didn't move fast enough into the stable coins. Okay. Now Bitcoin goes back up, my fortune is restored, everything is good, I'm not worried about it. And I believe it's going to get there. But what's the lesson though? So here's the lesson. When Bitcoin is good, you can go ahead and get loans at 50% value. Like, let me give you an example. A perfect time to get a loan was when Bitcoin was at $30,000. Right? Bitcoin was at 30,000. I had loans at 18,000. So I know both sides, right? I had loans at 18,000, paid them off. Got loans again at, I think, 26,000, 28,000, somewhere in that range, right? So it's good. But when was a bad time to get a loan? When Bitcoin's at 64,000, you got a 50% move, and then it broke a key factor, a key line. When it broke that key line, which was down here around 55,000, it was time to move your loans or close the loans out and then move them into what they call USDT. Convert your crypto into USDT or USDC or BUSD, right? These different coins like that. And so when that's the case, when you do that, when that's the case, then what happens is you are going to be strong enough when it does pull back and it doesn't recover, then you're okay, right? Because your loan is not going to lose any value, right? You're not, basically, when you get a loan on 50% movement in a crypto, you're like trading it. You got margin calls and stuff like that. When you have your loans in stable coins, there is no margin call. Your value of the coin does not diminish. It stays a dollar for dollar. That's the lesson that we gotta get. That's the lesson to ensure that you don't get bit by that sneaky bear of taking the crypto from 64,000 back down to 30, and so many accounts got liquidated. Like, people lost their entire fortune. They had $1 million is gone. The entire fortune was wiped out. They're starting back at scratch, right? Now, if you're in Nexo, I got some news the other day from Nexo, and it says, hey, I know you lost some of your, the margin call took some of your money, right? The margin call. I didn't get a margin call in Celsius, but I did get one in Nexo, because Nexo paid out a little bit more money, and a margin call started at 70%, not at 50. Okay, so I got an email the other day. It says, hey, we will reestablish. This is for all you people that's in Nexo, for the folks on YouTube or Facebook or whatever. If you're in Nexo, what you need to do is send them a letter. They probably sent you an email already. It says, hey, all you got to do is get back, send this much money back in, and we will restore your entire account. That's huge. I got to give them kudos for that, because most companies will not do that. No way in hell. You would have been asked out all the way. Asked out. You got it? So much love goes to Nexo for that. Much love. They said, hey, if you put this much money back in, we will restore all of your Bitcoin, what you had, is go right back in your account. Most companies, I'm telling you right now, that would not have happened. It's gone, it's gone. They kept it. Even though Bitcoin going back up, they would have kept it all. Kept it all. That is very powerful, guys. So if you're caught in that Nexo and or Celsius is not going to do that. If they did a margin call, they took it out. It's gone, right? But Nexo says, hey, you can get it back. That's powerful. The only issue is how can you get the money, right? If you got a margin call for 100,000, how can you get $100,000? Well, let me explain to you what our club does. As you bring people into the club, as you invite other people to the club, you start to get Bitcoin, and and before you know it, you can easily end up with a whole Bitcoin. Well, a whole Bitcoin right now is worth $39,948 at this very moment, $40,000, right? So there you are. That's where you are, guys. You can change the way you are making your wealth. So the lesson, you cannot create wealth without learning the lessons. The lessons are going to save you for the next. It will happen again. DeFi is brand new. DeFi came around in 2017, but most people didn't know nothing about it. But now we're in 2020, 2021. Here we are, 2021. Bam, a major thing happened and people got caught, right? And they did it so that you couldn't move and people lost. So now it's a chance for you to get back. How? Get started with the MLS Bitcoin Club. We're probably the only club out here and around the world, pretty much around the world. We've been here for 7 years. 7 years. You see people on the internet says, well, you only know who the CEO is. I'm the damn CEO. What are you talking about? I'm on the calls every week. I'm on the calls all the time. So you can't listen to the hype. We've been around 7 years. We're still helping you. We're still teaching you. I'm giving you real experience, real talk. I don't sugarcoat shit. I don't sugarcoat it. I bring it to you. You got to understand what I'm saying to you guys. If you want to become financially free, you got to enjoy the lessons, right? Sometimes the lessons are not enjoyable, but I call them enjoyable lessons because you got to learn from them, right? And so you start getting there. With that being said, you guys, I'm going to turn it back over to Pam. Pam, you take it over. If you got most questions we will have tomorrow will be a question and answer day. So today's not going to be a whole lot of questions, but if you got something hot, let me go ahead and answer that while I'm here. Pam, take it away.
Okay, Wallstreet. I'm not sure if this is a question. It came from Ruth, but it says it's mean that we can buy Bitcoin with a VPN in El Salvador. So do you take that as a question?
She's saying, does it mean, I'm saying, she probably forgot the word does it mean that we can buy Bitcoin with a VPN in El Salvador? You don't have to buy Bitcoin in El Salvador. You can buy Bitcoin. I don't know what the government's got going on right now, where to buy their Bitcoin at yet. So I don't know. But for the people that live there, their economy is going into the Bitcoin space. So where they're going to have set up to buy Bitcoin in all the different places. I mean, you can do that. You can buy Bitcoin any place right now. Like, you could use your Trust Wallet. You could use your Trezor. You could use your there's so many places to buy Bitcoin right now. Like Coin Mama, it's all these places to buy Bitcoin today, guys. So you can buy Bitcoin anywhere, right? You have all these places you can go get the Bitcoin and just do what you're going to do with it. But the country is moving to a crypto space, and that's the beauty of it. All right, so that's it, Pam. We good? Can't hear you, Pam.
Yeah, we are good. That was the only question that I saw. Basically, just some phenomenal comments. People just really appreciating what you share. And yeah, that is it for today. I'm gonna go ahead and move your share screen here.
Okay.
All right. So, guys, I just want to say that we want to thank you for being here tonight. We do have our AWA on Tuesdays, and that's when you can come with your questions. Now, if you aren't able to make it there on Tuesdays, because it is 1 p.m. in the afternoon. And we do that because we have members in other countries. So that's just a great time that really works for everyone. But if you're not able to make it, you can always send your questions in. We get all of those questions answered, and then you can watch the replay. Okay. Right now, we have about 60 people on the line. That's a conglomeration of different pages that they're on and on YouTube. So we want to increase those numbers, guys. Now, during the week, we have thousands of views. So we know that people come back and rewatch and people share, but we want to increase those numbers. So I ask that everyone invite 5 guests next week. Okay. Share this to your page. You know, I shared it to my page, and sometimes it's good 10 or 20 people just on my page alone. So share it to your page so that
let me add something to that, Pam. So
sure, absolutely.
Today, right before the call, I had an old friend call me, right? An old friend. I mean, they was part of Bitcoin way back when I got started, like 2014. I've been knowing them for a long time, 14, 2015, 2016. And it's kind of funny because now I had a few people call me and says, hey, man, what's going on with MLS Bitcoin Club? I said, we still here. I want you to get what I'm saying to you. We still here. They tried so many different things. They jumped in companies, and their cash flow has never risen to the point that if you work MLS Bitcoin Club, your wealth could have been on steroids. You could have easily turned it into 100, 200, 300, 400, 500,000, $1 million, 2 million, 4 million, easily had converted that time. Now they're saying, man, Wallstreet, you was like, this is what he said to me today. This was really kind of, it got me. He said, Wallstreet, you like Noah. You've been telling everybody it's going to rain. You've been telling everybody it's going to rain for years. You've been doing this since 2016 when it came to Bitcoin. For years. And you was the only soldier that stayed on it for years. And it played out, and you literally changed your life. I said, no, I just didn't change my life. I changed a whole lot of people's lives that stuck with it. The ones that stuck with it. And if you didn't stick with it, and now you're coming back, now you're saying, hey, what's going on? This is what's going on. The only thing we're doing is improving MLS. Improving it. I don't care what you do on the side. I don't care what you do. I don't care if you're a business owner, you got your own business going. Most people that start a business does not make $1 million. They don't. They don't make $1 million. They've been in that business for 25, 30 years, and they still pressing forward, still trying. This is the only time in history, that you could make $1 million just because you're in position with your Bitcoin. That's new. That's different. I'm going to shut up now and turn it back over to Pam.
Okay, I keep muting because no problem. Hey, we love hearing from you. We love hearing from you. And just like you heard from that person, Wallstreet, we get the inboxes too. Hey, can I reactivate? Yes, you can reactivate. People want to come back when they see changes, not only when it was going up, but also when it was going down. They wanted to come back because they know this is a time to get Bitcoin, especially if they've been listening to your tutelage. They know it's eventually going back up, right? My mom can tell you guys, she listened to me back in 2017. I mean, everybody was jumping ship and selling. And she fussed the whole way, Wallstreet. She was fussing, especially when it went down to 3,500. Because in 2017, she bought one coin. Okay. She paid 15 grand for it. I know she's going to kill me right now. I'm telling her business. But the bottom line is she waited. And when it went to 35, 45, 60, whoo, she been thanking me ever since. And you know what? Now that it's down, guess what? She don't care. Because she know it's going back up.
Mm-hmm.
She know it's going back up. So, guys, man, I'm telling you, when you become a true hodler, you're not panicking with everything that Elon Musk says, because obviously he's literally driving what a lot of people do. It's unbelievable to me, you know. But when you're a true hodler, it doesn't faze you, because you know it's coming back up. You don't lose nothing. He said it tonight. You don't lose anything unless you sell it. If you don't sell it, the value is still there. It's coming back. So anyway, guys, I just want to challenge you to share next week, okay? So that people can join you on your page, or you can just share the post and then they can go and watch it on the Facebook, or they can watch it on the YouTube. We have people that are watching it on both, right? But let's increase these numbers, because you don't want to wait until July to start telling people about what's coming. You don't want to wait till then. I'm telling you, I got my list. I got a list, right, of people that I haven't talked to in years. The time is now to open your mouth and let them know what's coming. Okay, just like when sometimes companies have a pre-launch, right? Wallstreet, and they may pre-launch for 3 months, and thousands are coming in for free. They just want to be there, right? Because they're hearing about what's going on. But you can come in now, know what's coming, gaining value now, be making money now, right? And then when we relaunch in July, your business is going to go crazy.
Making crypto.
So thank you guys for being here again tonight. We will see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. for our AWA. And I'm going to go ahead and close out with our MLS song.
Goodbye, everybody.
Alrighty.
Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business. Ask MLS system how to get in on this. Send money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see.
Congratulations, Jenny.
Get a raise of financial wisdom.
Spreading like a wildfire all over the world. Don't get left out, learn what it's all about. From just pennies to thousands of dollars, Bitcoin grew. Worldwide currency, only if you knew well. MLS system is making it happen. Open your account and get tapped in. Digital currency is an emerging technology, a way to up your financial psychology. It's money you can spend. Let it grow exponentially before you dip in. It's called cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency. Changing how the world does business. Just make sure you get in on this. Sending money around the world almost free. We don't need a bank's permission, you see. Tell your friends about MLS system. Get a raise of financial wisdom. Countries around the world are jumping in, creating ways to ride the trend. Businesses lining up to accept Bitcoin. Soon every store will join. Call MLS system to get your coins. Get in the mix, learn the tricks. Bitcoins are facing a $21. Call MLS MLS systems, you have some fun. Cryptocurrency, changing how the world does business.
Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tony Battle Gaines says, for guess what is AWA? Well, AWA stands for Ask Wall Street Anything. So bring your questions, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.